There's a toothpick inside my sandwich. At least it's better than the knife that I found in one of my Subway subs. I love Sundays. Schools are closed and for some reason everybody chills, and on those days of chillness I can go out and do whatever I want. So I'm at this random location at a school and I do want to talk about something. There's also a dog barking in the background that I will kill. I'm just kidding, don't kill dogs. I wanted to talk about discontinued skate products. But in skateboarding in particular, there seems to be a surge of new products coming out, and there are a lot that just haven't seen the light of day, including the wheel bone. Now, I wanted to make a completely separate video about this product, but I never could get a hold of it. It didn't exist anywhere. And I think the idea of the product is a less engaging skaters, trainers type product.
Many beginners have trouble balancing on their skateboards, but Wheelbone, with its ultra-strong polyurethane wrapped around your board's wheels, significantly speeds up the learning.
I'm fairly certain the purpose is to keep on the ground without having to move and the wheels stick together, but it's this long, overdone, elaborate elastic. It's an elastic binding that goes around your wheels to prevent you from moving. It must have just been the ridiculous way that it looks, but for some reason just never continued, and now I just can't find any on this planet. So if you know how to get one out there, if you have one, holler at this guy. And then we have the skate brakes, which I actually did make an entire video about.
So this is what we got. You press this down and it squeezes this, pushes this towards the wheel, and I guess that's how the brakes work.
When I called the guy, he said that there wasn't much success after production, which is unfortunate because the product actually worked fairly well. But there are so many natural ways of stopping a skateboard with a little bit of practice that it does seem like an unnecessary use of, I forgot how much it was, but it's definitely more expensive than just putting your foot on the ground or learning how to power slide. And then on the list, there's the stow board. And you're supposed to be able to stow away a skateboard. It's literally a foldable skateboard in 3 parts, and now the idea seems brilliant. A skateboard that you could stash away. But it never really reduced to a much smaller size than a penny board. And I think a stow board was meant to be kept incognito, like you had this extra accessory, people couldn't really tell what it was, but it was really a skateboard, wow. And then you don't get those judgmental eyes about, is he a skater dude? But it's so acceptable to just have a penny board. Any businessman can carry a penny board and it's not that weird. And then you can also carry a skateboard. And nowadays, an electric skateboard is super appropriate. I think everyone is used to the idea of seeing electric skateboards. Thank you, Casey Neistat. And then, of course, there are just companies after companies, unfortunately, that went under. Aesthetics, City, Yellow Brand, Sheep Shoes, Small Room, Illuminati, Liberty, Listen, 6040, Vehicle, Profile. A lot of good companies. Pop War, Blueprint. It's weird that you can feel this crazy personal attachment to these big brands, but you don't really understand the industry side of it to where they're struggling selling boards. There's not much of a markup for solid goods. Hard goods, like skateboards themselves, so you sort of, you struggle selling them. And then finally, on this list, the reason I've rushed this list is because I have obtained a product that I have never seen before, and hopefully you haven't either, but it is completely ridiculous. This thing is called the jumping skateboard. It would seem like the primary use of this jumping skateboard is to jump, but it comes with this nifty little grabbing bar for actual Ow. Whoa, it feels very weird riding like this. So much leeway both sides, obviously, that it feels freaking crazy. And we could try to put it to a real life test by jumping over something. We got a stinking water bottle, bro. Faster. Whoa, man. Actually worked better than I thought. We're gonna try something a little bit taller. Oh my God. Probably won't focus on this, but I just broke this right here. I don't really understand the purpose of a product like this. I guess you could use it for Truthfully, I don't really fully see the purpose of this product, even though I do wonder how it is under impact support. Whoa. Whoa. I mean, it didn't hurt. My feet took no pain whatsoever. I wonder if this thing can actually do tricks. Like ollies are, I shouldn't even dare say kick. Oh my God, screw that. I'm gonna go with a no. It's weird that I've never seen this before at all. It does ride pretty well on rougher terrain. These tables have a weird pattern that a normal skateboard couldn't ride on, so it's cool that these wheels are a little bigger and can deal with surfaces like that. But I mean, realistically, this seemed like a shot in the dark. As in maybe someone who didn't know too much about skateboarding made this. Anyways, it is super hot today. It's pretty nice to just be kind of away in this random school in the middle of kind of nowhere-ish. It's north in the mountains. What's the school called? I don't even know what it's called, but in the drone footage, you could see that it was surrounded by mountains, which means I have no signal. So right now, your boy's sort of living MIA. Nobody knows where I am for a good 2 hours or so. And if you didn't see yesterday's video, I pretty much beat myself to death. So I'm sort of in this very relaxation mode, just like, can't move. All right, moving on. Okay, I am now in Studio City. I was gonna go to the Starbucks right here behind me, but I ended up falling asleep in my car because I'm trying to do this experiment where I sleep about 5 to 6 hours every night. It's been going on for about 2 months or so, and now I can feel it sort of catching up. So randomly in the middle of the day, I get so tired that I literally fall asleep within 5 seconds or so. The other day in my garage, in my apartment complex, I fell asleep in my car before I went upstairs. That's insane. I just got to the mall in Westfield Studio City. That's what the mall is called. And I'm here for 3 main reasons. 1, I need to get some work done. 2, I need a little bit of inspiration for some designing that I'm trying to do. And 3, to get out of the heat. Bros, I am a mess. Look at my apartment, first of all. What is going on? What are you doing there? I was supposed to film you being hung up on my wall like for the freaking video itself. I'm tired, man. I'm gonna end this video with a little conversation with my dogs, my cats, my people. Oh man, I am a tired boy. So I've been trying to do this thing where I only sleep 5 to 6 hours every single night. And I've been doing this for like a month or 2, and it finally hit me at once. After the video that I filmed the other day where I did kickflips all day, I basically just kickflipped everything. It was such an exhausting day that it finally hit me so hard when I woke up the next morning, I couldn't even move. I was just stuck in bed like, what am I doing? I'm so tired. A lot of people feel this way out there when they're doing things and they're sort of like, I don't know, it's weird. I feel like I haven't been repeating my days, but at the same time, I kind of have. It's weird. Every couple of days, I look for adventures, and then every other couple of days, I want to just chill. By the way, I'm filming this outro the next morning because when I got home, I crashed. I don't know. And it's funny because my neighbor has been watching my videos recently, and he's been telling me like, yo, you're gonna burn out. Like, bro, you need to, he's like, he says even watching the vlogs, he can tell that I'm like, am I saying words right? He can tell that I'm going like really hard. And it's funny because what you guys see is only what you see for the videos. Like there's a lot more that I'm doing constantly. So yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely tired. I caught up with sleep a little bit last night. I actually slept like 8 hours, the normal amount. And that's like the first time in 2 months. I'm eating a cookie, drinking my milk. It's not even really because of work. It's because I've had so much fun making these videos lately that I want to go all day, every day. Like while I'm filming, I want to keep going after filming enough for a vlog because it's just exciting. Like I'm like, dude, I have such good footage right now. Let's keep going. And I'll get Dale and me just to be like, yo, let's go here, let's go here. And it's like, it is exhausting, but it's so much fun that I can't stop it. Now I have to like be cautious of moving forward. I'm like, all right, John, yes, you want to go have fun, you want to go do this, but think about how your body's gonna feel when you're editing later, or when you're working on this later, when you're working on this later. Gots to chill. So I've been trying to figure out how to delegate my time properly. I'm actually taking a meeting today to hopefully have people who can help me with a few things in life. The reality is, being a daily vlogger, you basically do multiple full-time jobs. You think of BuzzFeed, and I feel like there's people who are designated for filming, editing, acting, or producing, even though I know a lot of people there actually do a lot of jobs. But it seems like usually with companies, you hire one person specifically for like 4 different things that YouTubers do. The point is, I wanna work so hard on Progress Daily. I just wanna work on clothes. I'm like very interested in fashion and all that stuff and trying to explore that world and create clothing. I don't know, like it's really, that stuff really excites me right now. It's always a tough thing when you have something like skateboarding that introduces you to YouTube, that introduces you to clothing and to introduce you to like other things, and things just kind of keep going and going and going, and you're so excited about exploring and seeing new things that sometimes you lose track of what is originally what got you there. That sounds like a stupid locker room speech or something, but I've realized lately there's a lot of advice that I give out that I haven't been taking lately. I don't mean to say it in a depressing way, it just happens to everyone. You sort of fall into the same motion and then you're kind of like, yo, I'm not really thinking outside the box. I'm not really letting my mind wander. Cause like my to-do list used to be all these new things that could introduce new opportunities. Now my to-do list is basically like, get what you need done today. Just try to get what you need done today. And it's like, no, I need to be above that. I need to be like, tomorrow, here's something new to explore. Yo, tomorrow work on music. A lot of people romanticize being busy. But if you listen to like any big entrepreneur, it's not being busy that's the cool thing. They say being busy just means you're not good at delegating your time. There needs to be this space in a day where I'm just like, yo, that's my space to explore and do new things. And you kind of can't if your mind is being occupied 12 or... For me, since I'm awake 18 hours a day, my mind is occupied about 13 or 14 of those hours. When I have those other hours, it's almost impossible for me to have the brain space to work on new things, right? That's like, honestly, ever since I saw that Casey Neistat tweet, for some reason it's got me feeling kind of weird, man. He's basically just talking about these really fast growing, like epic, like loud, obnoxious channels, which, you know, like mine for the most part can be that way. Like I can have days where I'm just like, and it's like, I think it's really fun. And when I'm hanging out with someone, it's very natural for me to be like, yo, but like the fast cuts and the editing and the scripting and the blah, blah, all that stuff that's really popular on YouTube now. It's weird because you think that other channels that are more genuine won't succeed, but then there's always like a Casey Neistat vlog and H3H3. I've always been a guy who likes thinking a lot. I value thought and perception and figuring things out more than beauty or any subjective thing. Superficial thing. I don't know, like sometimes it's like really obvious when a YouTuber is big because of their beauty or the way they look or who they appeal to because of the way they look, and it's like none of that stuff ever matters to me. And in my channel, I feel like I'm appealing to people like that sometimes. I'm making this ridiculous, I don't know. Sometimes when I make things that are like ridiculously stupid, I'm trolling and I'm trying to be funny, and then I'm like, am I attracting people who are into superficial things? Like, this is an assumption, but what if the person who's really into the loud, like just constantly being like entertained and like having their receptors overreact? I don't know, I'm not using the words correctly, so hopefully you can just follow along. Maybe the person who's really into that content is the same person who wants to see someone very beautiful and be like, you're so pretty, I love you guys. And that's like, you know, I see that with like David Dobrik and Jake, whatever, their vlogs. It's like a lot of their audience too just loves the way they look. They're like really attracted to these people. And it's like this, you guys are so beautiful and pretty. And, you know, I actually hate the idea of this younger crowd being so attached to this superficial sense of beauty. I think it's horrible. I know it's like a really good feeling for those guys to hear like, you guys are really beautiful, you guys are really pretty and buff and handsome and hot and all this stuff, and it's like that stuff just doesn't matter. That stuff is so irrelevant to anything actually important. I don't want people born out there who don't fit the traditional mold of beauty to be like, I'm ugly. I feel like that's continuing a lot. I feel like that's still very much in effect. I don't know, I just don't think any of that stuff matters. I don't think being pretty matters. I don't think any, like the physical beauty thing, and even with me, I've gotten like comments about like being ugly and being like foreign and a minority, and even with those, I'm just like, you just discredited yourself. When you talk about things like that, like you find that to be so important that it's worth mentioning above all. Like people on Casey Neistat's videos are like, Casey Neistat's so ugly, blah, 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 blah. It's like, you just discredited yourself. You just brought no conversation to the table, in my opinion, because that has nothing to do with anything that actually matters. My reply is like, are you pretty, or are you like in this privileged state of mind where everybody's told you you're pretty your whole life? Because that's gonna hit you hard one day if you try to bank your life on just looking good. Not even looking good, just what media portrays as beautiful. The funniest part of beauty is completely subjective, and the world has created a sense of what is pretty because of Hollywood and TV and blah, 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 blah. But in reality, everyone is beautiful. Like no matter the way that you look, you're actually incredibly pretty, because the world could have gone a different way in the past. Hollywood could have made movies where the people look completely different. All the main lead roles would have been Asian guys. Now people would think Asian guys are like the most beautiful men in the world or something like that. And it's like, it's just not the way that it went. So to think that one race or one look is more beautiful than another one is just pure stupidity. You're showing how easily you can be manipulated by media. So even with my friends, when they're like, oh, she's ugly, he's ugly, it's like someone put that in your mind. You didn't even, that's not an original thought. Someone put the concept of beauty in your own mind, and now you can say who's ugly and pretty. We're all pretty. We're all human beings who all look. Hopefully this doesn't sound too cheesy. It's just something I think about. People are portrayed differently through media, and we develop a sense of what's pretty through that. But we're all actually beautiful. Such a weird ending to this video, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I like having these conversations because I do think it's important to share things that I think are actually important instead of maybe just silly or just like going out and hanging out, which is super fun. And obviously my battery died from talking so much, so that's when you know to call it. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you liked this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good day yourself, and I hope everything is gonna go awesomely for you. And you know what, just work hard. You work hard, you succeed, you get things, you build things, and yeah, I hope the best for all of the people out there. Tune in tomorrow because I have another video and it's gonna be a lot of fun, which is the video that I'm gonna be filming today. And I love you guys so much. Progress daily and keep killing it. And make sure to subscribe to this channel for that good life every single day from me and my squad. And if you want to see more, be sure to click yesterday's video and keep up with all of the socials because I'm updating all day, every day. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.